All right, so a moment that I have been waiting for the last 2 years is an opportunity to replace your current hybrid.
I was hoping you were going to say that, a moment of silence.
For your hybrid? Well, it's not gone. So
No,
this is a hybrid fitting for you. I'm going to do my best to fit you.
Yeah,
If at the end yours is better, it stays.
stays in the bag.
And I won't make fun of you for at least another year about your hybrid. Fair enough?
Deal.
So,
A deal.
really good, perfect segue from the video we just did with that older Callaway driver and my new one. Mm-hmm. We chatted about the fact that something, how old is that, 5, 6 years?
Easily.
Okay.
Yeah, be right around the same era as that Callaway.
Perfect. So something in that region of time can still have its best shot be just as good potentially as something new.
Absolutely.
So what we have to look for today is, have you hit enough shots with yours and with some potential ones to sort of develop a nice average and see what will save you strokes. Yeah. It's got to be over a period of time.
And has technology developed with a hybrid significantly beyond which we know it has with a driver.
True.
So it's changed a lot, but when we look at the hybrid shapes and things like that, probably an argument would be made that the really significant advancements haven't been made.
I think that's fair. I think it's fair. I mean, yours is about as player as a hybrid as it gets. Like it's bonded, it's not adjustable, there's no weights, the head's small.
Yeah.
The hitting surface is pretty small.
It sits super square. I had an 18 and a 20 in this at one point.
Oh, okay.
With a Motori Speeder 9.8 shaft in it, which I really liked. The white one with the sort of red pattern at the top. And then when I get into this DI 95X, I just like,
just the best.
This is so good.
So, I mean, everyone's seen you recently in our scrambles, hit tons of good shots with it. I know what it is capable of.
Yeah.
I've seen the occasional shot that you don't like with it, so I have an idea of what you don't like. Mm-hmm. But that being said, I don't think this will be easy, that's for sure.
Definitely won't be easy. I wouldn't be licking my chops as being on the other side of the fitter's desk trying to take this out someone's bag and someone walks in with this and I would be like, oh, maybe if the shaft pairing isn't right or something and you've got an opportunity there. But again, this is a shaft that I really like.
Yes.
And we are going to give other products a try here. We're not necessarily looking to go back into the same shaft. We're looking for new products and new things to try because I think for us, and we chatted with Rick Shields a little bit about this, that's part of this that we enjoy. It's trying something new.
And I've said that to people before, like, is equipment part of your hobby? And for you, it's a yes. For me, it's a yes. Does it have to be, worlds apart to be enjoyable for me to have a new club? Not necessarily. So for you, something that you've worked with recently that's been developed might be fun for you to have in the bag, basically.
Because that's a good example. I think if old Freaky Deaky doesn't perform and start the season, and like we think it will be good, but if it doesn't, you know where you're going.
Exactly.
It's got an able replacement.
It's got a backup sitting right there.
The Ping G410.
Totally. So I want, obviously, for you to get a good little average with yours first.
Okay.
Put a green out there at your kind of desired, would you call that your finish distance, or is that your carry distance?
That would be more total.
Okay, so you want to hit a shot to a green that ends up 240.
Yeah, I think 235 on the fly to 240. I want it to land and stop.
Perfect.
I want it to do that. I don't want it running out too far to.
You want to be able to control it.
Yeah, my numbers are on the fly 240 hybrid, 235 to 240. 3 wood's going to fly 260, and driver's going to fly 290.
Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to try to simulate conditions that we play with here. Mm-hmm. You generally will play a nicely conditioned course, so the green will bounce a little bit.
Yep.
The greens aren't lightning, but they're decently fast, about there. So that should give us some idea of a green reaction that you would get on a course around here. All right, let it fly. When you hit the hybrid off the tee, which I've seen you're really good with it off the tee, do you look to put it back in your stance a bit, flatten the flight? So your stock flight, needless to say, is more of an into the green shot, and you'll adjust to hit it off the tee?
I think, for me, I try to fade this club.
Okay.
It helps me keep the spin up.
Yes.
Something like that where I can kind of get, probably the strike was toe side, that's probably what caused the drop and spin more than anything. It felt like a decent swing.
Yeah, fair
enough. A little
enough.
down, fraction into out. So I probably try and shift the path around a little bit the other side and keep the face a bit open, things like that.
Okay, gotcha. Swing there, bud.
Probably a typical one there, like
that's nice, eh?
bottomed, just a little bit,
yeah,
low. But not bad. Like a little bit low in the head.
Yeah, so probably a little lower launch, a little more spin.
Yeah.
That's a good result, though. It sounded really good.
It's probably a better one.
That's a nice flight. That looks like it's going to fly 240 at least. Yep, good swing. Okay. Really nice.
Similar.
Best one?
Yeah, last two were solid.
Good. Yeah, that's really nice. Yeah, good shot. That one might go in. So 14 launch, 3,600. Seem about right to you? 239 on the fly?
Yeah, and I like the balance of that, because if I was going to say anything, like if I get a little bit more down, a little bit more out to in, the launch will come down a little bit and the spin will go up a little bit, and they'll balance each other out. So I quite like the look of that. Okay,
so again, no surprise, we knew this was going to be a good fit. It certainly wasn't going to come in as something that sucked.
Yeah.
So what I think makes sense is I would like to see you try basically just the new version of yours.
Okay.
So Maverick Pro, which we haven't even touched yet, same loft. I'm going to pick a shaft, and we'll see how that compares.
I like it.
And we'll go from there. All right, so Maverick Pro, 18 degrees, same as yours.
Okay.
Acura TZ595 M5.
A lot of similarities then.
Honestly, I think it would be nice to try something kind of similar. Mm-hmm. The reality is you hit yours really well.
Yeah.
So I want to at least see is the new version of yours a nice enough improvement, and if not, we'll go elsewhere.
Tighten some of those windows a little bit.
I would just like to see all your standard deviations come down, basically. That's about, to be honest, I think that's what we're dealing with today. I don't think that we're really dealing with something that's going to go, launch conditions, probably not much better because it's already really good.
What do you think, having played with me a bunch, the sort of performance characteristics you'd like to see change?
I would like to see something that is not as punishing out of the toe side for you.
Yeah.
Because I've seen you put a lot of good swings on that. I just don't think you can toe that.
Yeah.
I actually don't think you can low heel that either.
Yeah, just as a low spinner is just a bad one for me with that one.
And I've seen you leave it short right on a marginal strike.
Okay.
So yeah, something I think that's just a little bit more consistent.
Certainly like that flight.
Nice sound to it.
Yeah. That was the one that was hooking earlier on with it. That was quick out the toe.
Okay, so let's look at, I'm curious if it retained any more spin or if it's basically,
yeah,
it's
about
not
600
bad, a little
more.
bit more. You definitely were sub 3,000, so
Yeah.
I don't,
That last one was 2,600 with the other one.
I mean, that's somewhat promising. Yep. Swing, really nice.
Yeah, that was good.
I think it was just the face on the one prior, bud.
Yeah, it was all just, I literally was a little stuck under it.
Yeah, because your path and everything were quite good. Is it one that you kind of feel the need to put spin on?
I feel like I'm working now to kick the spin up to 36. And
yeah, see that, to me that seems way too low because that was a fade and a missed fade.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, let's table it for now. I don't mind it for you. I think it's in 18 degree, might just be a little on the hot side. All right, so one, I think Sim is a good one for you to try, period, but I'm also curious what 1 degree more of loft does for you.
Sure, yeah.
Because this is 18, that's 19. I don't expect the head characteristic to be that much different, but I do think that 1 degree of loft might be your pal.
Decent swing.
Line ball. Good strike, yeah?
It wasn't perfect. It was like a 7 out of, maybe 6.5, 7 out of 10, but it probably gave me what I wanted out it. So spin kicked up a little bit.
Did it feel low in the face?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely low. Yeah.
Okay. That looked like a really good swing.
Similar ball speeds. It's just it's got that extra spin we're talking about.
It kind of looks like a ball that doesn't get out of control.
Yeah.
That's my. Yeah, you're right. It's not slower.
It's not slower.
It's just more spin. Same launch.
It's in the right spin window though.
Sounded really good.
Probably the best one of the bunch.
Ooh. See, that actually kind of looks like it can hold the green to me. 1439, same speed. Swing. How was that strike?
A fraction low again, but when you see the numbers, I think you'll be
such a good result.
Pleasantly surprised by like the lack of deviation.
So what I think I like so far is the 1 degree of loft. To me, all of this just, I'm not sure that I would call that, I'm gonna switch out of that. I'm not sure I would call like that head all that different than Maverick. It just seems like the 1 degree of loft is doing you a lot of favors. Okay, so the reason I'm putting this one in the mix is, honestly, it's all based on the conversations you had with me about fittings where that shorter, 2-inch shorter shaft.
Yeah.
In the Ghost, which you guys have seen a video of us already testing. I'm just curious if that's a concept that benefits you or not. So I put it with the Mizuno head just to kill 2 birds with 1 stone and see
honestly,
if you like it.
Of all the heads, this is night and day the best.
It's the one that looks most like yours.
I know.
It is though,
So
right?
true.
It's grayish, it's smaller, it's round. I mean,
If I look at those two, it's kind of like they've slightly blown up. Look at that.
Just, it's like, yeah, fractional. Oh my God. Yeah, it's maybe
slightly
half an inch wider.
So it's not all the way to the, where I saw Sim like
Yes.
too big.
Yeah, Sim, I wonder if it may be, I mean, I think the performance was good, but it might have been a bit too visually different. So yeah, let's hit a few with this and just see if it's on the right path or not. Oh, that's no good.
Send it back.
If it goes in, you will play it. Oh, you missed. Good swing, bud.
Probably necked that one a fraction more.
Did you?
But
Really? Okay.
just a fraction more.
Slightly shut.
Yep.
Okay.
Quite like it though.
That's fine, yeah.
I mean, we always say it's a tiny green.
We're looking at, exactly. So when you do this from 240,
Yeah.
I mean, the bounce, you would never get a bounce that hot anyway. You're 55, 60 feet for eagle.
Yeah.
In foresight makes it look like a crap shot,
I know.
but I mean, if you're on the golf course and you had 60 feet for eagle, I think you'd be pretty happy.
You've hit it 15 yards offline.
Yeah, it's a joke. It's barely even offline at all, really. Sounded really good. Jeez. What does that shaft give you any sort of like sluggish or stiff feeling?
No. Nope, none of that.
Would you be concerned about like hitting your first shot of the day with that?
No.
Nice.
No. I don't know if I'm just no, I don't.
I'm just curious because I would imagine it feels, I know it's shorter though, that's the thing. Like it's shorter, so maybe the total weight of it isn't actually any different than yours.
Yeah, and it's not the Tour X, it's there's one stiffer than this.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, this is the
Tour.
X.
Yeah, fair enough. So it just feels good then.
Feels nice. But I mean, in terms of launch conditions, that last one's is pretty darn close for me.
I could be wrong, but I think that's the first time you were down on your angle of attack. That was 1 degree down. You're really neutral with that. 150 ball speed. So good, dude.
Yeah, it'd be tough to say anything bad about this.
Yeah. You've hit 4 or 5 that would be like, highlight of your day kind of shots.
Yeah.
To me, if you hit, a par 5 from 240, you'd be pretty pleased. Hit one more, then I want to look at the numbers a bit with you and see kind of.
think it's got the other gear in it as well. I think like these are a little bit on the shorter side, which I don't mind.
Smoother, yeah. Yeah, that one was not the longest.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good. 149, nice 3700 spin.
Yep.
If I need to get a cut it up a little bit, I can.
Yeah, that's nice. That's one where you get a little bit more spin on it. All right, let's.
This would make a lot of sense for me in that I'm able to move strike path, angle of attack down.
Down, yeah.
Easier with a shorter shaft. That's one of the reasons you would give this to someone.
And that's what I want to look at right here is before even looking at ball data.
Yep.
Attack 0.
Okay, so sim was a little down as well.
I didn't know sim would be down. Curious. I mean, you're marginally steeper with the ones that aren't your hybrid, basically. You were a little, pretty much a little steeper with all, but we're talking half a degree is not really enough. What I would probably, I guess, need to point to is more the individual shots that I thought were your best. You got down with the Mizuno 3 times, few times with Taylormade.
Yeah, almost all. Yeah, Taylormade was good.
And none with yours except 1.
Okay. That might be an indication that loft is helps me hit down a little bit more as well. Because sim seemed easiest.
True. So when you get less, it's kind of like your driver. Like if you have the 18, you're subconsciously trying to hit up on it slightly.
If I've got someone in the bay who's overly steep, one of the things I'll often do is give them a really low lofted driver because they start seeing a few like just come out so flat, then they have to create loft.
Interesting.
So it's interesting. Maybe I'm subconsciously creating loft.
That's a good question. Okay.
I like it a lot.
That is on -1.
Yeah, so that 18. Yeah.
Do you think there's a setting with that you'd rather try, or do you want to try a different combination?
Shaft probably.
Okay, let's try a different.
I like it on the 18.
I was basically trying to counteract the shorter shaft so that you would get the same ball speed.
I like it. Makes a lot of sense.
Let's table that one for now, though. You didn't mind that shaft, though, eh?
I definitely didn't mind it at all. I'd be curious to see what happens if I get that head with another shaft, and if there's like a speed gain maybe or something that allows me to fly it in that 240 window every time.
So your window, let's make sure we check if there was any limitations on you hitting the numbers you want. Maverick Pro was just too low in spin. We knew that. Sim was good, maybe just a bit slow. I mean, relatively, not really, no. Basically the same. Just a bit, probably too high spin, maybe. So maybe something that picks you up 4 yards of carry.
Sure, be good.
It's really close, though.
If I can be like 150 consistently with those numbers, I'd be
then you would fly at 240, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
All right, let's try a different shaft in this Mizuno, though. Okay, Tensi Orange 90 Hybrido shaft. Same head, same settings.
Better strike, just tugged it.
Yep, okay. Is there anything to the Ghost being easier for you to kind of fade or keep away from the left side?
Yeah, the lack of ability to fade it is concerning me.
Because that looked to me like a really good swing, but it looked like down near the ball, it just wanted to go left.
Yeah, like that's the same again, like 150.
Yeah. So the face, it just kind of looks like the face wants to rotate a bit more close. So why don't we go, I wouldn't mind trying more like a normal length with the Ghost and see if that picks your ball speed up the 2 that you're looking for.
That was the closest one to mine yet.
In terms of like how it felt, how it flew?
Flew.
So here's what I think. That's not it there. If you were a customer and this was my job, I would say the following. We've made like 40, 50 swings.
Yeah.
I think it's time to end the session. I would say On your way out the door, I would say look at these two. So basically your hybrid and the short version of the Ghost with the CLK.
Yep.
I would say if you want to get a new hybrid, I would go ½ inch longer than that.
Let's hit that one more time. I feel like I made better swings than actually the last couple of.
So like that at full length, I don't think you hit. I could tell it was getting behind you again.
Yeah. Tuggy. A couple of mine just after making those couple of swings. Just quickly jump back in. Just you don't even need to re-tag it.
Yeah, go for it. Well, I gave it a shot. I tried.
It was worth a go.
It was worth a go.
There's nothing right now that flies like this. Although
you're more consistent.
I do prefer the look of the Mizuno.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. I do prefer that. I mean, and once we get this back into the demo matrix, which we will do, there'll be a revisit here for sure.
Do you think maybe the shaft is like the missing piece where you're
I know exactly where this is. It's just comfortable.
That's fair.
TS3, I think if we do a follow-up to this, will be added. Obviously, we're waiting on a new connector coming. Yeah, I think Mizuno Head TS3 are probably in my mind the two alike. This just feels good.
So let's call this attempt number 1. I think it was a decent effort. You look at the summary, it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's close. It needs to fly a little further, and it needs to just be one that you hit as consistently.
Yeah.
I think your first set with it was better, but...
It was, but also as the session went on, I hit a couple with my own hybrid, where ball speed kicked into one a little bit quicker.
The only thing you've been able to switch back and forth constantly is your own. Like you haven't been able to switch out of anything except yours and continue.
And that's not uncommon.
No, it's not uncommon.
That we call 240s the number when the first set of averages came out at 238. What are you going to do?
It's a bad sign.
What are you mean? You're changing for change's sake at some point?
Well, that's the thing. So I agree. These are too close. Let's call this attempt number 1. Your hybrid lives on to see another day for at least a few more weeks.
Yeah.
And give me one more shot at it, maybe in a month.
Like it.
All right.
Let's do it.
Okay. Until that day, it stays.